Math 083 Final Exam Review, Problem 26, Parts A and C. We will solve these two equations by a particular method. I am going to use the square root method. That is the method where you isolate the squared quantity. In Part A, the squared quantity is n squared. I will isolate it. First, I'm going to add 11 to both sides. We have 5n squared equals 40. The next step in order to isolate the squared quantity is to divide by 5. We have n squared equals 8. Now, to solve for n, we will apply the square root to both sides of this equation. When we apply the square root here, we must write plus or minus. We have n equals plus or minus the square root of 8. That is, n equals positive 2 square root of 2, n equals negative 2 square root of 2. Let's look at Part C now. Here in Part C, the squared quantity that we will isolate is 3n plus 2 quantity squared. First, we add 90 to both sides. We have 5 times the quantity, 3n plus 2 quantity squared equals 90. Now to isolate this squared quantity, we must divide by 5. We have 3n plus 2 quantity squared equals 18. Now we apply the square root to both sides of the equation, writing plus or minus. On the left-hand side we have 3n plus 2. On the right-hand side we have positive or negative square root of 18. And since 18 is 9 times 2, the square root of 18 is the square root of 9 times the square root of 2, which is 3 times the square root of 2. So we have two equations to solve here. We must solve 3n plus 2 equals 3 square root of 2. We have 3n plus 2 equals negative 3 square root of 2. I will subtract 2 from this side and from this side of the equation. 3n equals 3 square root of 2 minus 2. These two terms are not like terms. They cannot be simplified into one term. Dividing by 3, we come to this solution. N equals 3 square root of 2 minus 2, all divided by 3. It'll look much the same for the second equation. We have 3n equals negative 3 square root of 2 minus 2, and then dividing both sides by 3, we have n equals negative 3 square root of 2 minus 2, all divided by 3. Those are our two solutions for this equation.